The Grizzlies as Davis misses. See what Ja Morant does in wake of that spectacular performance against Golden State. Johnson for three by Booker. They swarm Davis. And Kuzma turns it over. They got a 3-on-2. Booker. And he throws it away.
How valuable the 2-for-1 is, but it's widely accepted.
Caruso missing with the left hand. Cam Johnson. Tough pull-up. And he missed it. Harrell was looking for a foul. An offensive foul, but that's the end of the first 12 minutes.
Live body. He looks like he's ready to take over at any point.
There's Cam Payne with the floater, left it on the front rim. Johnson. Here's CP3, little floater from the elbow, a little strong. Tipped up. LeBron couldn't get it. Johnson does. Johnson for three. Booker again. Great cross-court find to Johnson. What a pass. But he missed the shot. Here's Booker. Weaving around the screen. Catch and shoot three. Cam Johnson on the money. Lakers a little bit stagnant. LeBron on the drive. Pass never made it through traffic. We got a tie-up and a jump ball between Johnson and James.
I was wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought I had an audio problem, too, there, Mark. Crowder catch and shoot three. Back out to Johnson. Payne with another opportunity. Finally got one. I had an audio problem, too, there, Mark. Crowder catch and shoot three. Back out to Johnson. Payne with another opportunity. Finally got one. Payne against Caruso. Good defense by Caruso. Johnson on the drive. Davis with the foul on that block. That last sight was still being worked on by the athletic training staff of the Phoenix Suns. As I say that, he emerges out of the tunnel. James gets it back. Cam Johnson guards him, fouls him, and it appeared as if LeBron was behind that three-point line. Got hung up. Here's Johnson. Shot clock down to 2, fires, and fouled by Kuzma. That we see.
No, he mishandled, and then he just, like you said, flung it up there.
Matthews from deep. Johnson with the board. Davis with a size advantage here on Bridges. Going to go to work on him. Good double team, but an aggressive foul.
That we're going to try to use our size to our advantage again tonight, but even more so.
And I think that's why you see Gasol in this series now.
LeBron using games as practice. Davis. Ayton didn't bite. Shot clock at 3. Caruso triple. And a rebound by Cam Johnson.
And then you move on. It's not that deep. We're going to fight the right way on the court and try to get a win. End of quote.
All right, Chris, some good background on what goes into this game, too. Ayton now has 12. It's getting gnarly in there because Drummond is facing a lot of contact every time he gets it, but he goes with a running hook. It's up and in across the lane, and the big man dancing for 2. LeBron has made 3 triples tonight. Booker and Gasol, and Kuzma comes over, and Payne is there. Blows by Caldwell Pope. Johnson in the corner.
Good answer. They needed that answer going into this fourth quarter.
18 for James. The lead is 10. Booker in traffic. Johnson free from 3. Good. Let's see if they count it.
Well, he got it off.
Yes, he did.
He got it off.
Caruso. Johnson is there. Shot clock at 6. Anthony Davis puts it over Ayton. It's saved by Johnson. Johnson by James into Ayton, and down it goes with the flush.
We got to continue this and send some type of message for game 3.
He just set up this defense. He was pointing for guys to go. Final seconds. Here comes Johnson's triple away. Rebound Davis, and he's got a double-double with his 10th rebound.
He's looking for that trip to the NBA Finals. And his Phoenix Suns, what an impressive year they had as Cameron Johnson misses a 3. And he is a finalist for NBA Coach of the Year. Quinn Snyder and Tom Thibodeau on that list. Caruso coming out of the quarter break, turns it over. Johnson hits the deck. It's been a phenomenal year for all three of those guys.
Well, it has, and normally you'll look and see the coach that has the best record won their conference, which would be you get hit in the stomach enough and chest, the jaw will open up, so the three-point line will be available if they continue to get those paint touches and scores. The seeding and everything first came about.
Well matched.
Yeah.
Identical records, as a matter of fact, the Knicks.
That was points in the paint, not now. Variety of ways to score outside of just posting straight up.
Well, the Lakers are winning the rebound battle once again. That was a big story from game 1 to 2 as Johnson is fouled.
That was points in the paint, not now. Variety of ways to score outside of just posting straight up.
Well, the Lakers are winning the rebound battle once again. That was a big story from game 1 to 2 as Johnson is fouled.
But, you know, it was the right thing to do because Anthony Davis picked up his first foul in like 10 seconds. So I understand why Vogel did it.
Scoring his first points of the game. Johnson's been quiet. Crowder's been quiet. Head to FanDuel.com/over/under to make your free picks before every NBA on TNT broadcast.
Look on the drive, gets right to the rack, attacking Drummond.
Look at Schroeder still limping out there, but you know he had the ball in his hands quite a bit when LeBron and Davis were out. Bodies on the floor. Booker looking for help. Craig kicks it. Johnson for three. Suns needed it, and they get it from Cameron Johnson. Davis has scored the last 9 for the Lakers. Davis, tough shot. No. Kuzma, offensive rebound. And a fight for it. Johnson has it. Final shot for the Suns. Cameron Johnson comes up short. A big third quarter for the LA Lakers. So making his voice heard. By the way, without Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a premium perimeter defender is out for the Lakers. Here goes LeBron to the hole. Counted and one.
Payne to Bridges. Johnson. Meanwhile, the Suns start off 1 for 6. About a 4-second difference shot clock and game clock. Cam Johnson. Too strong. Rebound Kuzma. As the game went on, he's looked sharp early on. Cam Johnson goes right at Drummond and finishes. Beautiful move from Johnson. There's Cam Johnson. A little bit of a wild shot. Torrey Craig trying to keep it alive. Can't get it to fall, however. Paul to Crowder. Cross court Johnson. Johnson's had some good looks, and that one goes down. He was 1 for 4. And an offensive foul call on Cam Johnson. Schroeder, McLemore, Drummond, Davis, and Matthews as James gets a seat right now. Schroeder back out. Davis. Davis for 3. No good. Markieff Morris looking for an opening. Booker all over him. Morris using his height to his advantage and can't score. Fight for the rebound picked up by Cam Johnson. Kuzma fakes the 3. Lost it. Picked up by Cam Johnson. Johnson hands it off to Paul, and Caruso fouls him.
Trying to hopefully find some confidence.
Cam Johnson misfires on the 3.
Paul 0 of 3. Chiseling, nudging, feeding. Johnson short. Gasol grabs it, spears it out of the air. There have been some wild playoff games, and tonight's perhaps the best over on NBA TV. Matthews triple, late close by Payne. Rebound snared by Cameron. He's got 22 and he's hit 6 in the game.
And LeBron James, 18 shot attempts. 10 of them have been three-pointers. In Cleveland against the Golden State Warriors, and you know, I hate to say this, but we all know Father Time, undefeated. LeBron's getting older.
NBA playoffs, like that thriller going on between the Nuggets and the Trailblazers. LeBron James overall has looked less to score than in any other series other than the 2011 finals. Tracking data used, Athletic coming up with some of those notes. Cameron Johnson triple.
McLemore, Harrell, and Kuzma, the 5 on the floor for the Lakers. You've got Kaminsky into the game. Bad pass by Caruso. Gave it right to Johnson, who missed the dunk but is fouled by Kuzma.
We talked. I mean, they came out aggressive, attack mode, executed their game plan, and have not let up. Just incredible intensity is beautiful. Maximum effort, maximum energy and intensity. And this has been a sight to see.
Kuzma the foul. Cam Johnson at the line. Went to high school in the Pittsburgh area. Played for the Pitt Panthers for 3 years. Graduated. Grad transfer to Carolina. Led them in scoring in their second overtime. Harrell is in for the first time in the game. Here's Caruso. Takes it in. Saves it on a pass. A little bit too much of a lead. And Wesley Matthews, or rather McLemore, takes it, and he had that ball rejected from behind by Bridges. And Wesley Matthews, or rather McLemore, takes it, and he had that ball rejected from behind by Bridges. And it's Cameron Johnson for three. Rebound by McLemore. In an important game. And a lot of the things you establish now with Johnson cutting off that baseline and into Horton Tucker and got the two and a foul. In an important game. And a lot of the things you establish now with Johnson cutting off that baseline and into Horton Tucker and got the two and a foul.
Maybe someone can find some rhythm, some flow for the Lakers that will carry over into Thursday.
Like we began our broadcast, you know, you bring in a Chris Paul for moments like this and big.
But then comes in and the influence of a Chris Paul, to your point. Having someone who can take him under his wing, show him how to be professional, show him how to be successful at that position.
And Ayton. And that is
back, at least on the bench. You see icing the shoulder. Chris Paul finished with 9 points, 6 assists.
Another miss, and Booker is there. Rebounding advantage +6. Cameron Johnson is three. Outside feeds to Booker, who kicks it in again. Wesley Matthews is in. Outside Kuzma. Cam Johnson will pick him up. Knocked away, poked away. Retrieved on the play by Booker. Numbers the other way. Taking every possession seriously and keeping it. Here comes Schroeder. Matthews in the corner. A deceptive fake. Bitten and missed on the shot.
But the rest of the guys have to step it up. This is desperation time for this ball club.
Three, Cam Johnson. Chasing down his own miss. Aggressive play into Harrell and a foul.
But the rest of the guys have to step it up. This is desperation time for this ball club.
Three, Cam Johnson. Chasing down his own miss. Aggressive play into Harrell and a foul. Defenders underneath awaiting him. No call made. Good defense. Boy, they formed a wall. It's Kaminsky, Johnson, Kaminsky. They got the two. LeBron got a hand on it. Here come the Suns again. 3-on-2. Paul in the middle. Cam Johnson tees up a three. It's the 11th three for the Phoenix Suns.
Criticize or talk about LeBron James, but he's just not being aggressive. I don't care if he misses every shot. He's got to look to score to give this team some hope.
So he's come in, gotten a basket and a rebound. Johnson with a three. That's a big one for the Phoenix Suns. Cameron Johnson cans one from outside.
Obviously, Matthews missed that corner three, which the Staples Center would have exploded, but Booker answers.
Cam Johnson pokes it away from the spinning LeBron. Here goes Bridges the other way, scoops it home.
Slide and cruise here to the finish line.
Out to Crowder, another three. Rebound by Horton Tucker, then lost it to Cam Johnson. On top of all the things that this series represents, it is the first round series that LeBron James has lost in his career. Alfonso McKinney will shoot.